England was about to enter one of the most dramatic struggles in its history. Two powerful families fought for one crown, the House of Lancaster, with its red rose, and the House of York, with its white rose. Their battle for power would last more than 30 years and change England forever. The story begins with Henry VI, a Lancaster king who became ruler of England as a baby. He was kind and religious, but many believed he was too weak to control the kingdom. England was suffering after losing much of its land in France during the 100 Years' War. Powerful nobles began questioning whether Henry was the right person to lead England. One noble believed he could do better, Richard, Duke of York. The York family had a strong claim to the throne through their royal ancestors. Richard was one of the richest and most powerful men in England. But challenging the king meant threatening the entire House of Lancaster, and the country moved closer to war. Standing beside Henry VI was Queen Margaret of Anjou. Born in France, Margaret became one of the strongest leaders in England. When Henry suffered periods of illness, Margaret stepped forward to defend her husband, her son, and the Lancaster cause. Many underestimated her because she was a woman, but Margaret proved she was a fearless politician and a determined leader. In 1455, the first major battle of the conflict began at St. Albans. Richard of York and his ally Richard Neville, Earl of Warwick, defeated the Lancastrian forces. Warwick became known as the Kingmaker because he had the money, soldiers, and influence to decide who would wear England's crown. Warwick supported Richard of York's son, Edward, who became King Edward IV in 1461. Edward was young, confident, and a powerful warrior. With Warwick's help, the Yorkists took control of England. But their victory would not last peacefully. The friendship between Edward and Warwick was about to collapse. In 1461, England witnessed one of its largest and bloodiest battles, the Battle of Towton. Thousands of soldiers fought in freezing snow. Yorkist archers filled the sky with arrows, and after a brutal struggle, Edward IV won. Henry VI was removed from power, and the House of York ruled England. But victory created new problems. Warwick expected to control the king he helped create. Then Edward IV made a shocking decision that changed everything. He secretly married Elizabeth Woodville. The Kingmaker was furious, and soon, former friends would become enemies. Edward IV may have won the battle, but the war for England's crown is not finished. The greatest betrayals, the most dangerous battles, and the final fight for the throne are still ahead.